Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and we did that stacked page Friday, I guess it was. And I took off Saturday and Sunday, didn't do videos. I did other work, but I didn't do videos. And that got me to wanting to make another stacked journal. So this is going to be a complete journal, and it's going to be made all out of just scrap envelopes that I've had in my stash for a while, just different sizes, and we're going to try to put all these together and make a journal out of it, and then we'll add some signatures in here and then make a cover for it, and it'll be ready to go. Now I have just pulled out tons of envelopes out of my stash. Some of them, like I said, are just old mail. Some of them are some that I've had in my stash for a while. So, and oh, I do have one paper bag in here. I thought I'd add a paper bag in there. And I started off, I'm going to kind of leave them laying like I've got them because I've put them together 2 or 3 times. I started off with one of these big ones. And it's going to be kind of the base for this. Now, this one is 9.5, I think. Yeah, 9.5 inches tall. So this is going to be a large journal. It's going to be tall. May not be quite that wide, but it's going to be tall. Now, in making an envelope journal, or a stacked envelope journal, whatever you want to call it, you're going to be using your little flaps here all the time. You're going to be using those flaps. And you just got to lay your envelopes down in a way that you'll just kind of know, you know, this one needs to go this way, that one needs to go that way. I mean, you can hook them in here even. You could take one like this and hook it in there if you wanted to, make it flip back. There's just different ways that it flips, but just make sure when you put these down that you know how the next one is going to go on there. That's why I kind of lay mine together first, and then I come back and start putting everything together. Now, let's see. What I want to do first is I want to cut these little pieces here off, because for some reason, those get in the way. And I've got yellow on my hands, and I have no idea where it come from. No idea. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit while you're watching this, so we'll just have a little chit chat here. I've had quite a few of you who have commented, left me comments and said, you know, that I inspire you to be creative, that you get up and you get things done as far as making things. Some people have even gone as far to say that they would like to start a YouTube channel, or they would like to start an Etsy store, but they're just scared. I don't know how many times I tell you guys this. Don't ever be scared to step out and take a chance. I mean, what is the worst that can happen, you know? The worst that could happen is it doesn't work, and then you just have to tweak it a little bit and try it again. I tried quite a few times before I actually succeeded in getting somebody to watch a video. So it's not like I just popped on here and all of a sudden I was popular. Nope. And I'm still not real popular. But you just got to step out and do it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I tell my kids, don't be afraid of anything. Just go for it. I mean, the people can't eat you, you know. They can't jump on there and take a bite out of you. So the worst that can happen is it just wouldn't work. And so what if it doesn't work? Then you try it again another way. But you need to do it. If you're feeling like you want to do it, you need to do it. Get in there and get it done. I'm hoping I'm putting these together right. I'm not going to be able to talk a lot, I don't think, because if I do, I'll forget what I'm doing. Alright, so I glued those 2 little flaps down to that one, so they'll flip that way. Now make sure that you're not going over your little score line there. And this one, I want to glue the same way. Now I'm not cutting any of these off. You can. I'm just going to cover them if I need to, but you can cut those off if you want. But I'm not going to cut them off right now. Okay. Now I'm going to lay this one aside, and hopefully I will remember how it goes. Now you could, like I said, you can attach these either way, but I'm going to attach them some over here and some over here, so I'm just kind of doing my thing here. You know what? The worst that I have not done this, I've not practiced it. I have not even got one done like this. The worst that can happen is it would be a flop. And guess what, if it is? It doesn't bother me. I'll just try it again and make another one. I am not afraid of failure. Don't ever be afraid of failure. If you fail at something, you just get up and try again. Always. Let's see. Now, I know this is getting kind of thick this way, but we could put this one here and then have this one come out this way. Let's do that. This is getting kind of thick over here. So if you're thinking about starting an Etsy store with some of your creations, then you jump on there and you get it done. Read about it. I don't know anything about Etsy. Now, I'll have to tell you. I can't help you with Etsy. I've never had an Etsy store, so I don't know how that works. But there's plenty of information out there, plenty of videos out there that you can read and you can figure it out. I know you can. That's how I've learned just about everything that I know how to do. Is I read, I watch YouTube videos, and then I just try and try and try. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay. Ooh, that one's sticky. Oh, you weren't supposed to go over there. Why did you get over there? Oh, my goodness. You see that envelope just jump right off of there and hook up over there? You're supposed to be here. Told you. A lot of my videos I do are trial and error. Some of them work, some of them don't work. Okay. Now we've got that there, that there. Okay. Just trying to make sure that I'm getting them laid out somewhat near right. Now this is one of those top flip ones. So, let's see. We may put it in here somewhere. You just have to make sure that they're still going to fold. Even if you put something like this in there, just make sure that they fold up still. And it does. So we can add that. So let's add it. Let's see. But in order to use it as a pocket, I'm going to need to cut this out a little bit. So what I'm going to do is... And I've had others say, oh, you say that, you know, you want us to start YouTubes and all this, but we're not as creative as you are. Oh my, how many times have I heard that? You are probably a whole lot more creative than I am. I'm not that creative. I just learn things from other people, just like they learn things from me, and just like you learn things from me. So, that it just takes dedication. Watching videos, reading things, thinking, sitting for long hours thinking. I do that a lot. I sit and I think, what would people like to see? What would people like to see? I do that a lot during the day. I'm going to put something right there because that is trying to stick. What can I put there? And I don't want it to stick it. So... I don't want to hear that I'm not as creative as you are. Don't want to hear it. You're probably a whole lot more creative than I am. I know a lot of you are because I have seen your work. Okay, that's a little piece of sticker paper there, so we'll lay that down on there. Got that and that. Now, let's start on this side, and we can always go back and adjust over there if we need to. I think we might put our bag here, and I'm going to cut this end open. That end will be open. Also, you need to look and see what your front cover is going to look like. You know what? I don't think I'm going to put the bag on there, just because right now it's not speaking to me. I'm going to take the bag off. Take the bag off. And I'm going to start out with this one here. Going to run it up a little bit, And I'm not worried about any of them being even. Don't try to get them even on here. As a matter of fact, they look a lot better if they're not even. The only thing you need to do is, like I said, make sure that it still folds over. And this one, I am going to cut a little bit of this off because we don't need all of that on there. I made one of these a few years ago and I loved it. And I think I actually gave it away or sold it. I don't remember which. So I thought, well, it's time to come up with another one. And this one, of course, is going to be different because no two that I make are ever alike. I don't know if any two that anybody ever makes is alike. Alright, this one, put it behind as well. And these you can just keep adding to. I mean, it's never ending what you can add on these. Okay, now, let's see. I think I will add something here, maybe another envelope. Let's see what we got here. Up here. Now let's put another envelope there. It'll flip out. I just want to make sure that it folds over. And don't worry about your little flaps and all of that because you can cover all of that up with paper. When you start decorating, cover all of that up with paper. Okay, let's make sure, yep, that one folds over, so we're good there. That one folds out. Alright, now I think I'd like to put a small one here. Let's see. Do I have a small one right here? I don't think I have a small one at my desk. Maybe? Nope, that's a large one. Okay, we may come back to that one. I think I want to add a little one there and a little one here. And here, I want it to have a pocket across here. Alright, I'll show you what we got so far. If you open it up, this is going to be the middle. You've got this. We're going to cover this and add a pocket here. And then you'll have a pocket that slides in this way. Now, you can cut that on out if you want to. I think I'll leave it because that's plenty enough room, looks like. We'll have a signature that stitches in here. And then this one will fold back, pocket here. We may even add a pocket on the front side. This one, little one folds back with a pocket here. You've got this that I think we'll put a pocket on this side, and I'm going to cover over these openings. I don't really want to fool with those, so I think I'll add a pocket here. That'll be covered with paper. This will flip open. Pocket here, or maybe a side tuck here. That might work. And then that'll flip open that way. Another either pocket, side tuck. We might cut the top. I don't know where we'll put the openings exactly. We'll do all of that as we go through. That one will flip up that way. And it'll have a pocket in it. And then another pocket, or maybe a little slanted pocket on the front. Then you've got a pocket. And then this is one of your closures. So we're just going to leave that on there like that. And there'll be a pocket in here as well, right there. Alright, so that's that side. Now, if you go back this way, fold those over, you're going to have a fold there, and I'm going to put another little one here, an envelope there with a pocket. We'll probably put something on here, a side tuck or something, a pocket here, a pocket here, and then you could just keep adding if you wanted to. You just need to fold them over each time you add one to make sure they lay flat. So I need to get a couple of envelopes for that, but I think for now what we're going to do is start with this, and I'm going to cover this with some paper. Oh, and we will stitch another signature in probably here. Here or here. One of the places. I don't know which. We'll have two signatures in here. Alright. Let's find paper. Now, I was looking at this paper, and this is from Terry's Paper Treasures, and I'll put her link below. And it says Valentine Collection. And I didn't use it because I actually opened it after Valentine's Day. But I thought, how pretty are these ladies in here. They don't have to be Valentine's papers. I just thought they will be gorgeous on here. I found one that I thought would look really pretty right there. Let me find her. This one. And I think we could put her on here. Oh yeah, and still have a pocket at the bottom if we want. We could even move her up a little. No, not really. Okay. But we could still have a small pocket at the bottom if we wanted to. We may not even want to have a pocket at the bottom. Or we could do these ladies. Isn't that pretty? Ooh. See, now I don't know which one I want to use. I'm thinking now I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to start covering some of these, but we won't get all of them covered before I have to stop the video. I know we won't because it's going to take me a little while, but we'll get a good start on this. But the first thing you need to do is just grab your envelopes and start putting those together. Okay, so we can glue her right there, or those ladies, not her. And then I could still put just a little tuck at the bottom, a little pocket to put some little, I don't know, whatever's in. So let's do that. Let's see, I don't think I'm gonna ink this one. I know, shock, right? Don't think I'm going to. If I do, it'll be just very little around the edges later. I don't want to ink every page and every piece that I put down because that would take me an eternity. And I don't want to do that. So let's see. Grab my bone folder. And evidently a bunch of pieces of lace. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that's pretty. I like that. I like it. I like it. Okay. Put a little bit more right there. So that's going to be the inside. That is going to be pretty. Now, down here at the bottom, we can take just a little piece of this paper. And Terry actually printed this for me, and she printed it on a very good quality paper. So it's nice and thick. So I don't have to worry about it not being thick enough. You know what I'm going to use? I'm going to use a piece of her cover. This is the cover for this one. And I think I'll use... What would that look like? Let me cut a piece of this out. I need to see what it'll look like with that. It may not work. No, I think that's a little bit too many women. Too many women. You can't have too many women. Let's see. Find something else. Maybe just this. Just some writing. Yes, that will work right there. Okay. Now we're gonna there. But I will use these. I might use those for journaling cards. And someone actually sent me a message, and I don't have a clue now who it is. I've still got the email, and said that they had actually started an Etsy store, I believe, and a YouTube channel. So that's fantastic. That is fantastic. Oh, did I go crooked or what? Or what? Okay, let me put that back in there and try to cut it straight. Yeah. Maybe that'll work. Still looks a little off, doesn't it? Okay, I'm going to glue that right there, but I'm going to punch a little pull the top of it first. This one I think I am going to ink because this needs to be separated from that, and the way you separate is put a little ink on it. It makes it stand out more so that you'll know that that's a pocket. Don't slide too much. There we go. Now again, make sure that you don't go over your score lines for these envelopes because you still want everything to fold up nice. All right, there is our inside page. Isn't that pretty? And you can, like I said, tuck little short things in here. That way you won't cover up your ladies. All right, we're going to put some paper on this side, I think. We'll start going this way. I'm thinking this one makes it look like she's looking at the hats. Let's put this one down. And this is how I measure mine. Now you may want to actually measure yours, but I like to do it quick and easy. And then try to cut it straight. Sometimes my cutter is crooked. My eye cutter, not this cutter. My cutter. All right, that will work. I think that will work. Let me make sure that that's gonna, yes, it's still gonna fold over. And I know that some people may say, well, looks like you could cover those a lot easier if you cover them before you put them down. Well, you probably could if you know how they're going to go down. But I never know which way I'm going to lay mine, so I don't try to cover them ahead of time. So that's going to go that way. Now here I'll probably put some washi or something because that's where I'm going to put a signature. So I'm not going to cover any of that right now. I'm going to go ahead and cut these little pieces off. They just get in. Now we need to cover this, and like I said, I'm not going to cover all of these because it would take me quite a while. We won't cover them all today. We'll come back and cover the others tomorrow and then do our decorating, and then it'll be finished, other than putting our signature in. Maybe we can get to that tomorrow too. And then trying to determine what we want to cover it with. We need to find a nice cover. Oh yeah, I like that. See, I want to go darker, lighter, and then if I want to get darker, maybe over here. You don't want to go dark, 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 light, light, light. But back to our little talk about selling and that kind of thing. You know what I started out selling that actually kind of got me interested in opening a store? And I knew nothing about ordering wholesale or anything like that because I had never done that before. Well, you know, I had sold for direct sales companies, but they did all the ordering. I didn't have to do the ordering. But I knew nothing about ordering wholesale and all of that kind of stuff. So what I got started out with is I had extra craft supplies that I was not using. And so I thought, you know, we needed money at the time. My husband had just been diagnosed with severe heart problems, so he couldn't work anymore. He was put on total disability. Well, if you know anything about going on disability, it's 6 months before you get a paycheck from disability. You don't just automatically go on it and start getting money. You don't. The government doesn't work that way. So we needed money. We had, you know, what little I made, and that was it. So I started dragging out things that I had around here to sell. And I sold everything I could get my hands on what did I sell it on? eBay. I sold it on eBay. I knew a little bit about eBay because I had bought off of there before. but I didn't know anything about selling. I just kind of read up on it. And I sold everything that I could get my hands on eBay to make money to pay bills and to buy groceries and that kind of thing. So I started that, and then I sold everything that I had here, and I thought, well, you know, there's got to be a way that I can sell something else, but I'm going to have to buy something else. Got to buy before you can sell. So I got an email one time from a company, and it was called ScorePal, and the manager, they had just opened up, and the owner of ScorePal wanted to know if I wanted to be a retailer for them, if I wanted to, you know, buy some wholesale and sell with them for them. And I thought, man, what an opportunity. Sure I do. I was just needing something else to sell. So I ordered all I could afford, which was not very much, of score tape. The same score tape that I sell today. I will not stop selling that. I love it, and that company basically is what got me in business, because they helped me out. They answered my questions. You know, I was naive and didn't know anything, and I would just email him and say, what do I need to process that? How much does it weigh? How long is it? You know, everything. And he would send me information on it. Oh, man, I just cut that too short. I'm going to put it on there anyway, but I'm going to trim a little bit off of this side. So I started selling on eBay again, because that's the only platform I knew at the time. I started selling the score tape, and I sold quite a bit of score tape. I would sell what I could, and then I would order another, you know, maybe 10 or 15 rolls, and I would sell those, make a little profit, order 10 or 15 more, and I just kept going like that. That's the only way I knew to do it, and the only way I could, because I didn't have very much money to order a big lot. So what money I would make, I would take out, you know, enough to pay our bills, buy the groceries, or pay a bill. I couldn't pay a lot of bills with that little, but pay a bill, buy some groceries, buy some gas, and to get me back and forth to work. And then, because I was working a full-time job too, and then I would buy a little bit more and sell a little bit more and buy a little bit more, and I just kept going like that until it got to the point where I could actually see my way into purchasing something else and buying, you know, selling it. So then I just kind of started dibble-dabbling in little things. I would actually go and buy off of some of these sites where people are just clearing out their craft room and clearing out their scraps and stuff, and I would buy a lot of that, and I would put I'm going to cut that lady in half, and I don't want to. I would put little kits together. I'd buy a lot of that, and I'd put kits together, and I would just I'd do that, you know. So there is always a way that you can do it. You just got to be willing to work hard, because I spent lots and lots of nights up half the night and then needed to be at work at 8 o'clock the next morning, packing orders, shipping orders, adding more stock on my eBay, and I had quite a big business on eBay there for a while. I think I had 100% rating, and you know, but did that for a while, and then I wanted to get away from eBay and do something else, so I didn't have to pay eBay fees and that kind of thing. So that's when I started talking about, Melina and I got together and we started talking about opening our own business and kind of going from there, buying wholesale. She said, "No, I don't know anything about it." I said, "Neither do I, but I know how to read and I know how to find out. You know, I'm not afraid to ask questions." So I would ask questions different. I tell you what, I would ask questions to different YouTubers, and I'll tell you this up front: some of the biggest name YouTubers will give you absolutely zero help because they didn't me. Some of them that have big followings, and I would ask them questions about, where do you buy this, where do you buy that, how can I get signed up there, this or whatever, and they would not even respond to me. They gave me no help. And some of them you guys know, and some of them you guys actually watch all the time. I will not name names though, because that's long gone. But anyway, I couldn't get answers from a lot of people, but then I did get a few answers from a couple of people. And so it kind of started the ball rolling, and I just kept plugging away, and if I run into a stump and couldn't figure something out, I'd ask another question. I'd say, I need this, but how do I go about it? I need that, but how do I go about it? And at first, I didn't even have any scales to weigh my product on in order to be able to ship. So, so get this. The USPS does not know this, so don't tell them. I would guess at the weight. I would guess at it and do the best I could to guesstimate the weight. I would hold a bag of flour, which I knew weighed 5 pounds, in my hand, and hold my package in my hand and kind of guesstimate the weight. Kind of, ways like that. I'd find something that weighed 1 pound, and I would hold it in my hand and hold the package in my hand and guesstimate it that way. I mean, there's always a way to do something. My daddy used to always say, where there's a will, there's a way. And I had the will, I just needed the way. So, and then I was able to buy a little, like, $9 set of scales. And I got those bought. And then I was able to weigh. I could weigh anything up to, let's see, it weighed up to, I want to say it only weighed up to 10 pounds. So if I had a package that weighed over 10 pounds, I couldn't ship it until I would take it to the post office and let them weigh it. And then I would put my postage on it. But I mean, I used to have a lot of jewelry too. My husband, when we were first married, he would buy every anniversary, any kind of situation, he would buy me jewelry. Either rings or necklaces or something. And when we got really in a bind, well, I sold all of my jewelry. Not all of it, but just about all of it. I didn't sell my wedding ring or nothing, but I sold a lot of the excess jewelry that I had because I had kind of quit wearing a lot of them anyway, because where I worked, I really couldn't wear a lot of jewelry there. But, so I sold myself and my son-in-law sold my jewelry, my gold. When the gold prices were really high, I got on eBay and sold my gold, and he got on his eBay and helped me sell. So we sold enough gold 1 month that we paid my house payment. And so, I'm telling you, since Whit has been disabled, it has not been easy. It has not been easy. And I've struggled, and I worked as long as I could at a public job and the eBay job too. But then he got to the point where, after he had his open heart surgery and his kidneys failed and all of that, it got to the point where he needed a caregiver all the time. So I had to quit my job and come home full time. So, then we only had what little I made selling things. That was all of our income. Because he still had not got his disability check started. Because they actually held it back 6 months. So it was a chore. But like I said, where there's a will, there's a way. And I had the will. I just needed somebody to help me get the way. And most of it I found out on my own. I mean, I'd struggle, and I'd read, and I'd sit up late at night, and I did my very best to figure out things and read stuff. And if I didn't know how to do it, I would read it over and over and over again until I figured out how to do it. But yeah, you can do it. You just gotta apply yourself. Don't be afraid. Just jump in there with both feet. That's basically what I did. You'll either sink or swim. Most of the time, even though you think you're going to sink, most of the time you're going to swim. Because you're not going to let yourself drown. We all have an instinct to survive. And you just have to, you know, it's a lot of hard work, but you can survive it. That's all my preaching for today. I don't know what that was. Beeped. Something beeped. No more preaching today. Okay. I've got just a tiny bit at the bottom. I don't think I want to put a pocket on this one though, but I may just run a little piece of washi or something across there. I'm not going to worry too much about that little bit. So anyway, hope that encouraged you guys. You can do it. I have confidence in you if nobody else does. And I'll help you all I can, I promise. I will not be one of those that is all out for myself and I'm not going to help anybody else. No. Will not be that. And just make sure you're not sticking your pockets together. That's what you want to make sure of too. Okay. So there's that one. Isn't that cute? Now, I'll go back and cut little pulls in these, but right now I'm going to let them dry good before I do that. And then we need to cover here, and here, and here. You know, so there's a lot of covering. I'm going to cover this, but let's see. Maybe we'll cover this one next. I think I might use a piece of this to cover this one. This is pretty too. And see, I haven't seen any of these so far that said Valentine's Day. So, I think it was just a suggestion and that it's not really in here. Now, I did see one that said love, but, you know, that could be any time. That don't have to be Valentine's Day. Or am I using... No, I'm using Valentine fashion, so I guess this is just the fashion that was worn back on Valentine's Day many, many years ago. Now, I'm sure some of you could find a way to stitch on these. I'm not going to try it because I would probably end up stitching something together, so I'm not going to try it. Now, I will go around and put a little bit of ink on some of these where, you know, I'm not getting them exactly straight or a little bit of the white showing, just to kind of cover that up, but it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Okay, I thought I saw one with shoes. Did I see one with shoes? No, but I did see one with these hats. That's pretty. Now, I think I don't know about this one. I may just open it at the top. Yeah, I'm going to open this one at the top. So therefore, I will put my piece all the way over here. Some of them I need to open at the top and some at the bottom. So there we go. Yeah, I like that. And if you're starting a new YouTube channel, then send me your link. I will be happy to help promote you. Or an Etsy store, if you want to send me your link. I don't mind doing anything like that at all. I don't mind helping you out. Okay. Now I'll cut my little opening at the top later. Right now I just want to get some paper down. And I can come back and cut that. I've got so much stuff on my desk. Every time I pick up one thing, 5 things fall over here. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's cover this little guy first. So we got a light. Let's put a darker one here. Okay. And I don't mind if a little of that envelope shows, but I think I'll just take it all the way up to the top. I can always come back and put a little bit of something at the bottom. Let's see, I need to move that over. Oh. I don't want it to get in the way of my fold. Let's make sure it doesn't get in the way of my fold. Nope, not so far. And I can always trim this little bit on the side off. So we'll flip this around. I'll trim this off. Okay, I think that'll work for now. And then, like I said, we'll come back and cover there later. And then we'll cover the back later. Let's see, do we want, I want the side tuck pocket here, so, let's see. I may, no, I think with my paper, I'm just gonna go straight across. I'm gonna bring it up to here and go straight. That way I don't have to worry about trying to cut that straight. So what have we got showing there? We've got that one, and then we'll have that one. So let's put this one under here. So Terry, I am getting around to using your paper. I just have so many that I need to use and I want to use, and it's just, you know, I can only use so many at a time. So okay, yeah, that will work. Oops, let's see, I need to put my glue here. See, I almost forgot. I would have glued that pocket together big time. Let's make sure, yep. And I'll probably put a little pocket down here because that's, you know, this is kind of plain paper, so we can put a little pocket at the bottom of that one and not cover up a lot. Okay, didn't close that. We'll cut these little flaps off later. This still folds up. Yep, cute. I like that. Now we need to cover that one, and then I'll have to look at the time and see what our time is, because we may have to come back tomorrow and cover the other side. What about if we cover it with this? I don't think I've used this one yet, have I? I've used a little corner, I think, but not the whole thing. I hope that was right. Let's see. Yep, looks right. Okay. Right, let's fold that way, that way. Got that covered there, those there. And these would actually fold over like this. And I do want to put a few more here. Oh, I like how it's coming together. I do. Oh, and see, we need to look at this one when we start to cover. And we don't want to put any of these on this one, because that's actually going to show. So we need to put probably a darker one maybe on that. Something like that. So we will come back tomorrow and we'll go ahead and cover the rest of these. If I haven't already got them covered, I may go ahead and cover them because, you know, you guys know how to cover them now. You just put the paper on there. And then we'll put our signatures in here and decide how we are gonna close it. If we're gonna use, we may just use a wraparound closure. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at it tonight and figure that one out. But that's the beginning of our stacked envelope folio, or stacked envelope journal. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And I wanted to say one big thank you right here to Catherine Bright. And I'm not going to show her address. Catherine sent me this envelope, and it had Catherine knows what it had inside it. I'm not going to tell everybody, but she knows what she put inside this. And I have already taken it out, and that has already gone to good use. So I thank you, Catherine, so much for this special gift. It was so appreciated. You are so sweet. I just can't even tell you how appreciative we were. We needed that was in there. We had something else that we needed to purchase, and that helped us out. Thank you so much. God bless you for that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, because our big giveaway will be coming up, we hope, very soon as we can hit that 100,000 subscriber mark, and hopefully that's going to be before the end of the year. That's our goal anyway. So hit the subscribe button. It's all you have to do. It's not going to hurt you. You're not going to get any extra emails for it. And then you will be automatically entered for a $600 giveaway when we reach 100,000 subscribers. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.